toe the weather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the USC Trojans offense will go to work first. The Trojans dominated this matchup last year and took home the victory bell in a blowout.
Yeah, and they were just having fun during that blowout of their cross-city rival last year. David, you could just see it on the faces of the Trojan players, having fun pummeling UCLA last season.
Yeah, and I can tell you what, as a player in rivalry games, you also don't remember how much fun they had. All the celebrations, you remember all of that every day of the year, and you're coming back and you're trying to change that and do a little celebrating yourself.
Find some space enough to get 5 to the 22.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to it. Breaks into the open. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Wants to go up top on first down. He's got his man across the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. They just can't do it better.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
How about that call? You're right around midfield, 4th down on your opening drive. So you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give to the tailback. Eighth play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Under fire. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
Defense is all about creating negative plays. And he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive. For an offense to have the ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kick. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the UCLA Bruins offense will get the ball for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well. Well, you got to worry about the ground game. You think there's some kind of deception going against this second.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to pass on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Trevino. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
The Bruins in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Setting up the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The victory bell's not some manufactured, concocted trophy, guys. This thing actually used to be on a train.
That is so cool, and the origins of the story of all these rivalries and the trophies, Jesse, it's so cool. It's fun to find out about, and these guys out here are learning on the job about it.
Yeah, it's just really such a point of pride, the victory bell. Not just here in the city of Los Angeles, but to these kids, there's just a different energy in this game.
I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, great tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. He hurls one deep down the left side.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job on the QB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at how first play of the period will be a second down. Running behind that left side. Got a little space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game, picking up the first down.
The basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
And the Trojans can really attack on this second and short. Leaves it with the back. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
This is a guy that can find you the 80 yard. That play just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Trojans are rolling down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Trojans have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. He leaves it with his back. They bring him down, and not before he's able to pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man in the middle.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. Looking for a gap. It's great. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Washington. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
All right, defense. It ain't working. We're stringing together 7 first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The Trojans trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. How about this on 1st and goal to give to the wide receiver? This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
You want to stop the jet sweep and be successful, get some penetration right now towards those edges, right where they're running the football. Defense was ready, got him on the ground, and stopped that play before it ever got started.
defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Line out trying to get it. Touchdown Trojans. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
The quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Nice move to keep running. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. Slings it downfield. And they ruin another drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Working that left side now. He'll get it inside the 40. He'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn up field, and you saw that right there.
Pulls and fires complete. That's a crease at the 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Trojans, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. From the gun, the running back has it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the returner is brought down, but there is a flag on the play.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Finds a man in the middle. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Oh, out of space. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. And this one is perfect.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Gonna take a shot. He's got it at the 25. Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing, with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Immediately fires to the middle.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Rushes on him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll be stopped short of the line of the game. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Bruins will punt this one away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Okay.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And off from the shotgun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, it's just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
Using his legs, it's Brave. Through the tackle. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. You're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
To the air on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up with it.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Stanford has the lead right now, but there's no John Elway on this team, and that's why we have a tight one there on the farm. They're up by 10 over Notre Dame. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Wants to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Well, Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. And how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give out of the gun. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10. Tight end now in motion. He'll do it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is after that. And they're going to run all kinds of options. And he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that something.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The give on the option. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Looking left. Complete downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
Man, you see those tight ends catch the football. You're coming up and try to get them on the ground as fast as they can. They're such big athletes, though. You gotta pick your poison. A lot of times you try to go low, and they hurl you and put that hand down. Nice job by the tight end breaking a tackle and getting some extra yards.
Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the third. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play. It might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll go back to work with the first down in the final period. Looking downfield on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
The Bruins trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. He's looking to throw. Takes an easy one to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on third and
goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pulls them closer. It's 24-10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran about, turning it on. Got the first down and more. He now has 79 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Slithers into space.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ballgame, keep trusting it, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. Sneaks it in. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. USC stretches out that lead, and not too far in the distance, they're starting to imagine the tones of the victory bell.
And USC has so much tradition, so much history, but they start every season. Jesse, they want this one. They want to make sure they beat their rival in LA.
Yeah, you could tell, too. Talking to them before this game, they knew how important it was going to be to play well in the second half. They had to have energy. They had to execute, and right now they're getting ready to chant "Fight on" at the end of this game.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Landry.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now.
Oh.
To claw their way back.
And this is a tough spot for QB. He knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass,
touch short. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Converts on fourth down, still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Bruins with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Get it out on the screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got his man. Across the 35. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Moving away from pressure. Oh, he's got some space. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. The Bruins headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Landry. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. It's complete on the right side. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. And the Bruins will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Backs looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
On to attempt to try. The extra point, they're now down 31-17. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
The game is over. I'm in the playoff.
Victorious over their crosstown rival. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
How about that? We are playoff bound. USC is playoff bound, finally, after 2 or 3 rough seasons. This is it. We are playoff bound after 31-17 victory over UCLA. 10-2. Total offense 437. 27 rushes for 114 yards. Felt like it was more than that, but I'll take it. I do not think we can make the conference championship, nor do I really want to, because it's not, you know, I can get another loss and get out, and I'd rather make the playoffs. So, let's see. Yeah, I'm way down. It's number 4 Michigan, number 7 Ohio State. They will play next week. unless someone loses. So I will be 7-2 in conference, and we're gonna have 4 teams in the playoffs. It's looking like I'm probably gonna be. If we look at the bracket right here. Depending on who wins, I might be like the 8 or 7 seed. Which 9 and 8, no difference besides I'll be at home. Would rather be down in the 7 with facing Arkansas State. And then having to go to CPU Auburn. Or even if I made it up to the 6 and had to face South Carolina and then face Duke. But we will see. I'll see you guys in the next one. No, you're not gonna miss the playoffs. That's crazy. I finally clinched the ability to make the playoffs for the first time. Got this, bro. You're gonna beat North Texas. Damn, well, BYU decided after the first drive they had scored enough points for the game. now I'm worried I'll get bounced out. I'm only at 9. If I get bounced out after this year, I'm going to be so sad. That's going to change because the Big Ten, Ohio State, and Michigan play. And the SEC has to play. But I should be safe. I mean, I'm at 86%. So I probably get to keep my team anyways.